My name is Heather Goodman, and I'm pastry chef and owner of Wildflour Kitchen in Cadillac, along with my husband Thomas, who's also a culinary chef. Wildflour is like a fusion cafe, bakery, kind of a mix of flavors from around the world, tying in with the Italian themed with Tom's culinary background, with French pastries with my pastry background, but then also including some Greek, maybe some baklava. We do cannolis, some British, Bakewell tarts, and whole flavor Asian with the boba tea. So trying to connect the world through food. Visually, food is art to us, and it should look beautiful on a plate, but it should also have the value of tasting good also. Something ignited in me, a fire lit, and it's a fire that we'll never be able to put out because it created such a passion in me for food and pastry that I never thought even existed. That set me in motion to do something completely different and go out to California to do a full pastry program out there. I'd never been away from home from my family, and so that was a challenge in of itself, but I did that and lived out there while I was in this full, intense immersion kitchen with 3 amazing female chefs that really set me on the path of where I'm at today. Went out to Las Vegas and had the pleasure and the honor to study under Amaury Gachan, who's a world-renowned pastry chef, chocolatier, and that was just a couple years ago. And that kind of solidified everything that I learned in California to put me on the path where I am today with what to do with all that information in my brain and how to lay it out. Baking is, there's a lot of math and science involved. It's about chemical reactions between, products coming together, emulsifying, but you also have to look at the whole recipe, your liquid versus your dry, and all of that plays into it. We are the home of the half and half cannoli, so you can dip half of it in chocolate chip and the other half in pistachio, so you don't have to decide which one you want. So when I think of half and half, I think of Lady and the Tramp when they're eating the noodle and they come together. That's what I picture every time I type in half and half on the computer. Our focus with opening the shop at first was our boba tea. So that is your tapioca that goes into the bottom of the drink, or you have the popping pearls that is like a juice, poppers that go into your drink. So you can do a milk tea, which is a non-dairy drink, along with, then you pick your base, either a black tea or green tea, or you can do it with water. And you can adjust the sweetness on the milk tea. So those get mixed together, and there's a plethora of flavors that we offer. So it's not just a couple of things. So you have your milk teas, but then you have your fruit teas, which is more in the lines of like an iced tea type thing. Very refreshing, fruit focused. The Vietnamese coffee is a sweetened condensed milk, and it's a slow drip coffee, a heavy, dark roast in the kind of wheelhouse of like an espresso, very strong, and that's slow dripped into the sweetened condensed milk and creates this really cool, streak type thing too, but it's very creamy and smooth and definitely more caffeine that'll wake you up if you need that jolt, but you can do that hot or you can do it iced. The future for this is we'll roll out our lunch menu here shortly with soups and grab-and-go sandwiches. And then in the fall, I'll roll out our menu for the British teas, traditional teas, high teas and afternoon teas. Some will be savory, some will be fun, some will be traditional, which you'll go onto a website and register for, and have the tower with all your little sandwiches and your sweet treats. This whole place is art to me. This is a great place that we want people to be able to come and just sit and have a conversation and laugh or cry with a friend and just chill and take the load off. Let your shoulders just drop and just breathe and just enjoy the space and where you're at. So we hope that you stop in as you're passing through.